bad, dude.
Really?
Yeah, we might have to hit the Google machine on that. Welcome, YouTube and Twitchers.
Uh-oh. I got an Oreo cookie.
I love Oreo cookies. Yeah.
Hello, boys. Hello, boys and girls. I'm Chris. He's Mike. This is the Chris and Mike Show.
Welcome.
And hey, good luck. Shout out to Don Warnock, our good friend who's got a job interview today.
Absolutely. Good luck, Don. You deserve it. I hope you get it, brother.
Yep.
And we look forward to talking to you soon.
Yeah, I didn't realize his other gig he had was a seasonal one. So
I didn't either.
I was like, no worries, dude. You're good, man. You're good.
Oh, yeah.
And then, so there you go.
Don, you're welcome here anytime, brother.
He is. And his dad's going to come on with him next time he's on the show, which will be fun. So
yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Stay tuned. That'll be cool to get,
gentlemen.
That'll be cool to get the insight from a father, right? That had a son go through the trials and tribulations that Don did.
Oh yeah, I got questions.
Okay,
for sure. Just that angle.
For hell.
That'll be,
yeah.
That's why when he said, "Can I bring my dad on?" I was like, "If it's all right with Chris, it's all right with me," because I got a ton of questions that I'd like to know. I've heard like my mom and dad's from the outside looking in when I was going through my trials and tribulations,
right.
And you don't realize how horrible it is for the people who can't help you to watch you suffer.
Right. Well, we lived that too. So yeah, it's hard, man.
Of course, just like they do. You know exactly how they felt when I was going through my time because you've been through it as well.
Yeah. Yeah. But it will be interesting. Yeah, it will be interesting from the father's point of view, like going to prison. Because I remember when I was a kid, some random conversation, if I ever went to prison, my the mother would never visit me in prison. If I was such a bad human that I went there, I'm never going to be visited. I was like, okay, well. She's the same one that said when I wanted to be a rock star, oh, you want to live that shitty ass, trashy lifestyle. Okay.
Which she probably Keith Richards and find out how horrible his life has been for the last 50 years.
Well, she was probably out there diddling a bunch of, rock stars and shit. One of those groupies, that bounce from town to town. And, if the wind blows, one of those
So the first thing you brought up, that was the mentality back then, right? It wasn't just your parents in that respect. It was almost everybody's parents was like, 1 in a million, make it as a rock star. You're not that special, Go get a real job. It was all an illusion and a trap. You succeed in what you put your focus on every day, right?
Right.
When you got done being a musician for a little while and you went and got your real estate license, what did you do? You succeeded in real estate, right? Just like you succeeded in acting and writing and music. You succeed in what you put your focus into. Don't let anybody ever tell you can't do something, people.
Yes, boys and girls, listen to Mike. Listen to what he says. Everything he has to say is true and accurate.
Well, James Hetfield said it best. We're 4 of the luckiest guys that ever lived. This could be you too. You just didn't put forth the effort and the time that it took to get to be sitting here doing an interview like I am, right?
Exactly. I'm going to, so you've heard about the Golden Globe stuff, right?
Probably not, because that's not,
okay.
Yeah, just tell me.
Okay, well, I'm waiting. I'm trying to pull it up.
Oh, so he's trying to buy time, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, sure. I heard about it.
They censored Snoop Dogg.
Okay. I'm unaware of all this, so lay it on.
Okay. Well, Snoop Dogg, it's coming up, man. It's coming up.
Now I'm a guest on the podcast just like anybody else.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see what it says here.
Golden Globes were a little too hot before announcing Amy Poehler's Good Hang as the inaugural winner of the Best Podcast category at the January ceremony. Rapper shared a few words that were censored by the CBS broadcast. Proud to loosen up a bit, Snoop encourages them by saying,
"This is the double G's. The double G's is the Golden Globes, and you with the DO double G. So make sure you enjoy yourself. stiff biff. Move around a little bit.
And while those initial remarks were included in the televised ceremony hosted by Nikki Glazer for the second year in a row, Snoop's not safe for work remarks were bleeped out on the CBS and Paramount Plus's live stream. In comments confirmed by Entertainment Weekly, the 54-year-old said, quote, "I'm high as a mother right now. Y'all had me here too damn long."
Which he did.
The best podcast category onto the live
it's
show.
On Instagram.
The nominees in the new category owe him a little bit of credit.
Because before a podcast, I was what you all listen to driving around in your cars.
Amy Poehler won the first ever best Grammy for a podcast.
Okay, so
yeah,
here's something that I'll say just first and foremost.
Yeah.
Relax, ladies and gentlemen. The only time that Snoop is not high is when he's sleeping. So he's always high.
No, he's high when he's sleeping because he probably takes, a handful of gummies.
Oh, man, his tolerance is so high.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, a handful.
Yeah, I got
that's what I'm saying.
I got you.
That's what I'm saying, a handful.
Yeah, so for all intent and purposes, Chris Dunham is 1,000,000% correct. There is never a time that Snoop is not high.
Yeah. No, there's not. And he's willingly admitted that. Which is why I think it's hilarious that no, absolutely not. I have a real problem.
I'm talking to everybody else. I'm not talking to you.
Right. But let's see if this is the one. Because this is what I was trying to find.
I'm talking to the person who's listening to you say that.
Pause. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, hey, dude. That's not cool to be high on television. Did he hurt anything?
No. So this is what he did. This is it right here. You ready?
Yeah.
You're right. Okay.
Real winner.
Let me back it up.
Are winners. But the real winner. I'm high as a mother. Don't have me here too damn long. The winner is Good Hang with Amy Poehler.
So that was what was censored out. That's where I saw it. I saw it on the Instagram, and that's what was censored out. And I was like, "Oh, that's funny as hell, man. That's funny as hell."
My take on language, and I think this is where you and I probably have a little difference of opinion because I have a difference of opinion with almost everybody when it comes to this. They're literally just things that you're saying, right?
Yeah.
I guess because I was like you. I think you and I have talked about this. I wasn't what you would call bullied, but I was an easy target for a lot of things, right? I was small.
Right.
I was sick a lot. I was allergic to milk. I couldn't do certain things. It's like I was an easy target for a lot.
Yeah.
Words don't hurt you.
No.
Swearing is the same thing.
Big bad bones, but words will never hurt you, right?
Who decided that fuck, shit, piss, cocksucker? Who decided all these words were bad? And I just said them, and there's a handful of people who just went, what changed? Because I said those 5 words.
Right. And there's a difference, too, between the United States and Europe and stuff, because, like, over there...
They say cunt all the time.
Right. But
You're a
also
good cunt,
over
bad
there...
Cunt.
You're right. Right. And I sold a house to somebody from England, and she said cunt. Over there is just like dick, shit, asshole, bullshit.
Well, do you remember my friend Daryl Haldane from South Africa?
I believe so.
He came to our shows. He worked with me there at Color Masters for a little while when I was doing graphic arts.
Yeah.
He was from South Africa, and he lived in England for quite some time, and he had that dialect, and that's how he talked, right? So that's where I was first exposed to it at 19 years old, 20 years old, cruising around with Daryl, and all of a sudden he'd be like, Mike, you're a good cunt. What'd you just say? You're a good cunt. I like you.
Yeah. I like you. I like you. Yeah.
It was more Australian than South African, but anyway, you get the point.
Yeah. Exactly. And that's the thing. I think the different continents have different levels of, cause like here, the rated R movies are all the shoot 'em up bang bangs, right? And over there, nudity's free flowing. It doesn't matter. That's G rated over there because, people just don't care, because it's commonplace.
The other thing that they do better in Europe that is near and dear to your heart, they have taken away almost every bad additive that goes in foods.
Right. Yeah. I've heard that. I've heard
all
the
the
food
dyes
over there is just amazing.
and the processed a lot of that processed bullshit and the dyes have been gone out of their food for
decades.
Probably 10 or 20 years.
Yeah. Well, we didn't have it till probably 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Right?
90s.
Maybe 40? Maybe 40?
No, I bet a lot of this started in the 90s. I think food was still pretty good when you and I were.
Yeah, our biggest lie was that Frosted Flakes was part of a nutritious breakfast.
Correct.
Which we're having Nate Palmer on the next show, so we can dive into the new food pyramid and talk about all of that, what was then and what is now. Because he's our fitness health kind of coach guru. I don't want to say guru because that's such a cheesy little thing, but
based on what I've been reading and seeing, it's not. They fucked it up again, right?
Yeah.
They just made it worse in reverse.
Oh, did they?
That's kind of what I'm reading now. A little bit of my information is coming from somebody who's 100% vegan, but he's an educated vegan.
Okay.
And I trust the research that he's doing because he cares about what's going on in his body. And a lot of what I've been reading is like, they're trying to tell you that you can get vitamin E, K, blah, blah, blah from butter, right? And what Mike is saying, Mike Park, shout out to Mike Park, you would have to eat 6.5 sticks of butter to get the proper nutrition, right?
Oh. Okay.
It's those kind of things where it's bait and switch, hey, butter's good for you. You get all these vitamins and minerals. Well, you'd have to eat a pound of it every sitting to get the proper.
I don't know if this food pyramid's the newest one, but fats, oils, confectionaries on top, then meat, fish, alternatives, and then fruits and vegetables and breads and pasta on the bottom. I'm not going to pull it up because I want Nate to be here for have this conversation. Oh, there's all kinds of. There's a keto pyramid.
I don't think that's it. So the new one, meat and fish and vegetables are at the top, and then fruit is right below that.
Okay.
Grain and wheat and all that bullshit is at the bottom.
Okay.
Which is where it belongs.
Yeah. Well, that was kind of like that one then. Well, no, the keto pyramid's stupid. Keto pyramid is fruit. Yeah, we'll wait till Nate comes on.
Yeah, just save it.
We'll talk about that with Nate.
I'm sure he's researched extensively.
Right, so wild card weekend, right? How did you do in the betting world?
I won every game.
Nice job.
It was so predictable.
So, well, see, I went a little crazy, man. I figured I was playing with the parlay thing, right? So I picked the New England Patriots and the Steelers to both win. Didn't happen. Aaron Rodgers needs to just retire, just go away. I should have. Aaron Rodgers
can't beat
terrible.
that Texans defense, man. I've been on that Texans defense
I knew.
all year.
I knew. No, I knew that. I even told that to Nikki, but I still was, because Nikki's a Steelers fan. I was like, I had Jacksonville pulling the upset, and they didn't. I had the Niners winning. I did win the Rams Bears parlay, which was cool. So I had I won some money off Ole Miss. That's cool. But that was it. Then I have some futures and stuff that's still going on.
How'd you do that?
How'd I do what?
How'd you win on Ole Miss?
I bet on them. Whatever game they played. Oh no, maybe it must have been the points because they lost. Must have been the points. Must have been the points. They lost. I forgot about them losing. Bastards.
Yeah, I would have led you in the right direction on that game too. Miami had the same stellar defense that the Texans have.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll let you lead me. I'll let you guide me for the conference. Is it conference weekend this week or no divisional? Divisional round.
Yeah, just text me before you put your bet in. I'll give you my opinion.
We're the divisional round this weekend, right?
Indiana all the way.
Indiana?
In the college national
okay.
championship, 100%.
Okay. NFL
that team's going undefeated.
Really? They haven't lost a single game?
Nope.
Wow.
I think they're 15-0.
Wow.
They have to beat who's in the Indiana and God dang it. Oh, I just said it. Miami. Too much football.
NFL playoff bracket. I just want the playoff bracket. Don't give me the stupid stuff. Give me. There you go. There we go. That's what I was looking for. NFL. They were giving me stupid things when I clicked on this, so we're gonna pull this up. The NFL playoff bracket. Share it. So, San Francisco at Seattle. What you think?
Seattle.
Okay.
Well, it depends on what the spread is. If San Francisco is getting enough points, I would take San Francisco and the points.
Okay. And then the Bears and the Rams. The Bears. What a game. Like just before we pick the pick, there was that play where Caleb.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay. There was that one play where Caleb Williams was falling backwards. He was basically sitting down midair, right? And threw a touchdown pass. That was such an amazing throw. They had some Packers wide receiver mic'd up on the sideline, and he's watching it, and he's just like, bro, what? If you didn't watch the game, you have no idea what I'm talking about. But you watched the game. Remember that? He was scrambling to the left, and he was falling back. He literally, if you paused the screen, he was sitting in the sitting position without sitting in a chair,
and
feet down on the ground,
right in the bread basket.
Oh, yeah. Dude, I told you a couple weeks ago after watching him in one of the games that the release.
He's amazing, man.
Yeah. I mean, he's backing up the shit he talked the first season. It just took him a year and 3 quarters to
and the
get
reason
to the
that
level
everybody's been looking at me cross-eyed in this part of the country, I don't see what you're talking about, and I'm pretty sure you don't know what you're talking about. The reason I do know what I'm talking about is because I'm a gambler. And if somebody has beat me multiple times, I've seen it with my own eyes, right?
Yeah.
At USC, his accuracy was unprecedented. But we talked about it. You get to the NFL, and the game is just so much faster. If anybody watched the game last night, that was an example of how fast NFL athletes are. They're superhumans. Yeah. The 2 defensive ends for the Texans were so much fun to watch last night.
Right.
They were just murderous, man. Relentless.
Did you watch the Manning cast or the actual broadcast?
You know what I watched because you turned me on to him. I fucking love the Manning cast. There's nothing else like it.
JJ Watt was I loved him as a guest because
me too, dude.
He was so in tune with what the Texans players were doing and the rush. Like I never thought about how they line up on the outside now. Like it's
I learned
not just
so
straight
much
on
from him last night. Yeah,
just from JJ, because you learn all kinds of shit from Eli and Peyton. But JJ being on there, that was probably one of the most engaging guests they've had on this season because he not only is a football player, but now he got into commentating, which he alluded to. Like I didn't want to do it. I thought I was going to. I
love when Peyton said, or one of them said, "How much fun is it for you?" When the quarterback, because Aaron Rodgers was cussing and getting all frustrated.
Yeah.
I think Peyton was asking him, how gratifying is that for you? And he was like, so gratifying.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think I lost count. The line.
Yeah. I lost count of Aaron Rodgers saying fuck by the 20th time I stopped counting.
If you turned it into a drinking game last night, you would be dead.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He was so frustrated and so vocal about it that's why Eli was Eli. Eli could get destroyed like that, and he would never say a thing. His demeanor would never change. His face would never change. He'd just back to the huddle, back to the huddle, back to the huddle.
That was one of the far more effective strategy. I have a horrible temper, man, and I am as guilty as anybody. If things go south, it's quite possible I could lose my mind, right?
Yeah.
But every day that's gone by for at least the last 15 or 20 years, I have worked on that, right? Because that's never served me any purpose. And it didn't serve him last night either.
Nope.
If you remain calm, you're able to solve the problem effectively, right? Let's find a solution. Getting mad and cussing and throwing shit and screaming at people has never solved anything.
No.
Except make that other person mad.
Right. No, they've showed shots of Caleb Williams screaming on the sideline and lighting people up, but I think that was more of a you need to go this way instead of that way. But he still lost his shit quite a bit too, but that comes with experience as well. So yeah, exactly. So back to that, you got the Rams in Chicago. Chicago's the number 2 seed. The Packers are the Rams are the 5th seed. If that's fine. If the Rams kept playing the way they were playing up until like 4 weeks ago, because then Matthew Stafford kind of struggled last 3 weeks of the season.
Team, though, man.
They are, but you're at home in Chicago in the winter with the West Coast team. So hopefully there's going to be some weather there. And I think the fact that the Packers are used to coming back from behind, because even though the Packers the Bears
you should be
were down 21-6 and they came back.
Yeah.
Like I knew when the halftime, because the last couple weeks I watched them, I'm like, okay, they don't care. This is how they do it.
Probably rightfully so, because they're the number 2 seed. The Bears are a 3.5 point underdog
at home.
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting. Who has the better record?
The Rams by 1 game. They're 12-5. The Bears are 11-6.
11-4. Okay. So which one? The Rams or the Bears?
I'll take the 3.5 points with the Bears.
Okay.
Just because they played a close game, and if you look at the statistics going back for probably at least 6 weeks, I think they've been within 3.5 points of every game because they won most of them.
Right. Yeah. So then you have the Niners and the Seahawks.
Oh, let me look at that spread too. Oh shit. See, the 49ers are getting 7.5 points. I'll probably take that 7.5 points.
So win or lose, as long as they meet that spread.
As long as they're within a touchdown, that half a point makes you a winner.
Okay, gotcha.
If they lose by 8, we lose.
Yeah.
If they if they lose by 7, we win.
Okay. Gotcha.
And a lot of times I'll get asked what happens if it's a tie. Back in the old days, the bookie kept the money.
Yeah. Now
these days, it's a wash that you just get your money back.
Okay.
Bet $20 and it's a tie, they give you $20 back.
Gotcha. Cool. So on the other side of the coin, the AFC, you have the Bills and the Broncos. What is your magic?
Man, I like Bo Nix. Let me look at that game.
Right, and Josh Allen's window is closing. That's the thing. Josh Allen's window is closing.
So the one thing that I'll tell you, I was on the Jaguars right up until I made the bet.
Okay.
And I remembered something that I told myself. I've been gambling online since 2018.
Okay.
I told myself a long time ago, don't ever bet against Josh Allen or Patrick Mahomes. If you're gonna bet against them, just don't bet. Right? Either bet with them or just stay away. So right at the 11th hour, I made my bet on the Bills, and they ended up winning. With that said, Denver at home with their defense, I'll take Denver. They only have to win by 1 point.
Okay.
They're
and
a
then
1 point
obviously it's
favorite
the
at
Texans.
home.
Yeah. And then obviously it's the Texans versus the Patriots. This isn't an updated bracket, because the Chargers. What the hell? The Chargers look like shit every time they make the playoffs, man.
Yeah.
Justin can not do anything in the
here's
playoffs.
Something that you need to know going forward. It's been a blessing to all of us who have been gambling for a long time. He has never won a playoff game.
Yeah, I know. I saw that.
So
he's kind of like,
fuck, you should have just bet the farm on that one, myself included.
Yeah.
That Texans-Patriots game is scary, dude. And so is the Bears-Rams game. I mean, I think either one of those could go either way.
Okay.
The Seahawks scare me. Like, even taking that 7.5 points with the 49ers, the Seahawks definitely scare me. That's a well-oiled machine right there on both sides of the ball.
Right, which is it's funny how quickly they got back to the top after Pete Carroll left. And,
right?
They shipped Geno Smith to to Las Vegas. And then where'd that get Pete Carroll? He got 1 year and done, and he's still probably making money because, they always have guaranteed contracts and shit.
Of course he is.
So there was an interview. They were interviewing the owner of the Ravens today when it came out that Tomlin resigned, which let's be honest, he's saving face.
Got fired.
That's the Steelers are classy. They said, you can do this or we can do this. And he's quoted as saying, "Holy shit, what? Imagine if Tomlin goes to the Ravens."
Oh, that would be epic, dude.
Right?
I hope he
now
does.
Imagine, right? Because there's still rumors that Harbaugh's going to the Giants, and there's rumors now that Schoen's willing to change his role to get Harbaugh.
How do you feel about that? Do you like Harbaugh?
Here's my thing. The first 10 years, 7 playoff games, a Super Bowl. The last 10 years, 3 playoff games. And he couldn't win with Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry the last 2 years.
But here's what I'm going to say. And this is only my opinion.
No, I did. That was my opinion. I gave it to you.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not a coach. I don't pretend to be a coach. You and I have talked about this before.
No.
We're fans. We're fans. That's it.
That's
so all these people that are,
this,
exactly.
We're speculating.
Exactly. So go ahead. What's your
I've
take?
never been impressed with Lamar Jackson.
Really?
I just haven't, man.
Okay.
I don't like the running quarterbacks. I don't
either.
I didn't like Justin Fields.
True.
I tried to like him, but
where did he end up?
Was
it the Jets? Okay.
Every time I would try to like the guy, I'd go over and have breakfast with Steele, and he'd be like, "Did you see that game?" And then he would, because he played football, right? I never played football. It took me a long time to even understand how football worked.
Right.
He understood it from the get-go because he played from Pop Warner all the way through high school. So
Gotcha.
He'd say, "Man, them running quarterbacks, they have a short life expectancy, and once the defense figures out after a year that that's what you're going to do, you're fucked, and now you're no longer effective," right? And he's right.
Right. Yeah.
Lamar was different in that he could pass the ball towards the end, like the latter part of his career here. He's been a better passer, but in the beginning, he wasn't even that great of a passer.
That's true. I guess that's true. Yeah. So, okay. So I'll give you that then.
I'm just saying that's the reason that he hasn't been able to get back to the big dance because Lamar is holding him up. If Derrick Henry had fucking Tom Brady or Derek May or Derek May.
Right. You're good.
If he had one of these quarterbacks that knows how to sell the run pass option or, I think that Derrick Henry would be way more effective, and I think the Ravens would be effective because they were a defensive minded team, right? That's who John Harbaugh is.
Yeah. So now, so let's say he goes to the Giants and he has Jackson Dart, which is going to be the offensive rookie of the year because statistically there's no reason he's not going to be.
Dude.
You're going to have Cam Scatterbu back, which he's going to have a very short career, but the time he's here, he's going to be dominant because of the way he runs. Okay. He's going to get concussions. He's like a short version of Brandon Jacobs. Brandon Jacobs would run you over. He would wear you out. But Brandon Jacobs would last 5, 6, maybe 7 years. I don't remember exactly, and he only had probably a handful of, maybe 3 or 4 really solid years, maybe 1 or 2 that was like the peak. I love Cam Scatterbu. I love his attitude. I love his energy. I love his mindset of how he plays because that's how football was played when the game began.
Agreed.
It's not this little ouch. Right? It's like, fuck you. I'm going to run you over and you're going to take it or you're not. That's it. So I think with Scatterbu, and if they keep Tracy as a 1-2 combo running back, you're going to have the kind of the Barry Sanders, I'm not comparing Tracy to Barry Sanders, but just the elegant kind of running style, not running over people. And you have Scatterbu running into and over. You're going to wear people out with Scatterbu. Tracy's going to come in and be the speed guy. And you can establish the run game that way with Dart there. If Malik Neighbors is back and healthy by week 1, you have that triple threat on offense, which I think could be outstanding. Defensively, I think there's some holes, but because Harbaugh is a defensive-minded coach, I think he could build a good defense. I don't think they would have a turnaround. I think he'd be the coach of the year if he went to the Giants, if he got the right people around him. If he got Mike McDaniels, this is me speculating, as offensive coordinator, I think that would be epic. If you got Robert Saleh from the Niners as the defensive coordinator, I think those 3, with what they have, they would be unstoppable, but who knows? Now you have Tomlin, though. So where's Tomlin going to land, right? Because, I don't think Tomlin's going to go to a place. I don't know who the Cardinals are going to get, but I think they're the Cardinals and the Falcons are the last 2 teams that are going to get anybody out of this elite pool of coaches. But it's the Giants and the Browns and the Ravens,
You don't think somebody wants to go hang out in Arizona?
It's not a question of hanging out in Arizona. It's a question of dealing with the Bidwills, man.
That's right. I forgot about the Bidwills.
Yeah.
I've been gone for too long.
Yeah. No, the Bidwills, dude. It's just you're not going to. And now the Steelers, who's going to get the Steelers job? Because whoever gets the Steelers job, that's a 20-year job. Like the Steelers don't go through coaches like everybody else does. That's a 20-year job. So it'll be interesting to see who gets. Imagine if Harbaugh goes to Pittsburgh.
Oh.
Whoa. Right? Now think about that.
That's a huge possibility too.
Think about that.
Because he would love to stay in the AFC to beat up on the Ravens.
Well, and the other thing too is if he does go to if he doesn't go to the AFC, he wants to go to the NFC because he wants to meet his brother in the Super Bowl again.
Sure. And that would be fun.
Right.
Watch the brothers coach against each other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but imagine it. I just think about that. Imagine if he goes to Pittsburgh, because now that Pittsburgh's job is open, it's a classy organization. The fan base is amazing. They travel well. We've gone to Cardinal Steeler games here in Arizona, and you might as well be in Pittsburgh. It's longevity. Yeah, I mean, Tomlin never had a losing season. The only reason Tomlin got fired is because he lost his 7th consecutive playoff game. And sure. I told Nicky, if he loses the game, he's getting fired.
Well, I knew he was going to lose.
And then
I was surprised it took the Texans as long as it did. The Pittsburgh defense, kudos to them. They held up for a long time.
Yeah.
And that game could have went either way. I talked to a buddy of mine at work about it. It was whoever was going to get the big play first was going to maintain that momentum throughout the rest of the game.
Yep.
The first half and the first half of the third quarter was the most boring existence I've ever seen of a football game.
Well, aside from the Chargers game. The Chargers game was pretty fucking boring.
Agreed.
You have all these epic games played, and they put the Chargers in primetime. I'm like, what are you thinking?
Well, honestly, I was pretty sure because of his record that he wasn't going to win that game, so I bet against him, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I think everybody, myself included, thought that was going to be a way better game. I just did.
Which one?
The Chargers game.
Yeah,
I really did.
I didn't think it was going to be, because the Chargers have looked like shit.
They have.
They've looked like shit for the last month. I didn't realize that Herbert was so bad in the postseason, but it was just, again, you had these 4 amazing football games, and the 2 you put in primetime were just like, really? Like, really? And they only
put the Bears in primetime.
They should have put the Bears in primetime.
They did.
They should have put the Bears. Oh, okay. Gotcha.
We watched it on Prime.
Oh, that's right.
We were texting.
So the Chargers game was an afternoon?
Yeah, it was the primetime game. It was the game of the week, 3:25, right?
Gotcha. Yeah.
Everybody's screaming at us. They're like, it was a night game, you dicks. It might have been. It wasn't the morning game.
It wasn't the morning game. Okay, it was the afternoon game. Night game, I'm thinking Sunday night football, Monday night football,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not, because you have 3 games. Like they used to have 3 games on Saturday, wild card weekend, wild card Saturday, and 3 wild cards on Sunday. And they said, let's have Monday night football, which I liked because Manning casted it, and it was a much more enjoyable game.
I'm so glad you turned me on to that, man. It's like you and I talking to music. It's like you and I talking music to someone who doesn't know music, but they're interested in it, right?
Yeah.
Like my buddy Rob, when we ride back and forth to Michigan, he'll ask me all kinds of questions about bands and songs, and because at first I would be talking about it and I'd get about halfway home and I'm like, man, I bet this dude's like, shut the fuck up, man. But it came to find out, he's like, I've never met anybody that knows more about music than you do. So for me watching Peyton and Eli, I have learned so much more about football that I did not know that is interesting to me. Everybody else might be like, oh, them fucking guys, I just don't like to hear them talk. That's fine.
Right.
I'm interested in how the game works. And to Chris's point with J.J. Watt on there last night, I learned so much about defense that I didn't know, right? Because I didn't play football. I was glued to the screen. I'm like, keep talking, man. I'm learning.
Yeah, they should have him back. And when Ben came on,
Ben was fun too.
I
thought he was fun, man.
But he wasn't engaging at all. He was fun. I don't know. I don't know. I think it's maybe it's hard to follow how good JJ Watt came across on that with.
Oh yeah, you can't follow him up, but he's also a color guy, right? He knows how to keep the conversation going.
But a first time color guy, like he's his first year he did it. But yeah, I that's probably more of an accurate statement. You can't follow JJ Watt, But it was kind of fun though when Ben was on. You had 6 Super Bowl champions on the screen at one time.
Yeah, they definitely know their shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you see what Eli gave Peyton for his birthday? Or no, for the season of Manning cast?
No, I missed that part.
Let me see if I can find it. It's pretty funny. It's like it was a slam.
I like that photo that Eli sent to JJ Watt of JJ sacking him.
Yeah.
He's like, there's us breakdancing.
Yeah. Let's see if it okay, here it is. I'm gonna mute it because we'll probably get destroyed for having the audio on it. But here it is. How to make the screen go big. So they're going. It's obviously during the game, 7-6, third quarter, 5 minutes left. So this is what Eli gets.
Yeah, I missed
Peyton
this. I was sleeping
for the season of the Manning cast, right? So Peyton's rookie year, he threw 28 interceptions. There's every single card of everybody who intercepted him as a rookie. And as you can see, Peyton Manning, NFL record, 28 interceptions, which it was a record. And so Eli, he's like, Eli's like, you don't know how hard it was to find some of those cards. And then Peyton's like, well, you should have got them signed. And he's like, you don't understand how hard it was to find some of those cards, man.
I love that NFL rookie record.
Yeah, there it is again. And it just, so there's the pan of it. It's pretty cool.
That's brotherly love right there, man.
Well, it's the funness. It's what I like about them is they pick on each other. It's kind of like when Archie came on, they were telling on each other, and Archie was telling Eli to go to his room.
And they're showing the world that you can do that and not be mad or mean. They've been doing this their whole lives. Right. But that's the whole thing. And I'm slow rolling it so people can see it if they didn't see it. But these are football cards of everybody that intercepted Peyton Manning his rookie year. Some had multiple interceptions, so there's not a total of 28 cards on there. But that's every person that picked off Peyton Manning his rookie. One of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, and people tend to forget how terrible he was the first year he played. Absolutely.
And then Peyton was like, that's a great gift. And he was like, you got a spot for it? He's like, I have just the spot. For that, Eli.
In the garbage.
I was thinking his bathroom, because apparently Eli busts Peyton's chops about all his memorabilia in his bedroom. And he's like, oh, you're going to put it in the bedroom so you could look at it every morning when you get up?
That is a reminder to never give up, just like we said earlier, though.
Right. The record. And look where he ended up. One of the greatest statistical quarterbacks of all time.
Going to the Hall of Fame. Started off.
Well, he's in the Hall of Fame, right? Peyton, yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's already there. Yeah, duh.
Yeah.
So there you go. He went from setting the record for throwing the most interceptions for a rookie in a season to going to the Hall of Fame.
Yep. Eli's got to get there this year. If he doesn't, it's going to suck, because it's his time.
He definitely deserves to go. There's no question, man.
No. And the other ones that are there, I think Drew Brees is one of them. Let's see what it is. Oh no, it's 2026 Hall of Fame, huh? Okay, yeah, there it is, the finalists. Open up. I'm making sure this. Okay, that's it. I was making sure it was it before I shared it, because sometimes
I remember seeing the list, but
it's a pretty interesting list. So Willie Anderson, tackle from the Bengals and the Ravens. Never heard of him. Drew Brees, quarterback. Okay, I don't think he's a first ballot. He only won one Super Bowl, but he's loved.
He's another statistical genius.
Right. Jaheir Evans, guard. Never heard of him. Larry Fitzgerald, wide receiver. I don't think Larry's a first timer just because he doesn't have a Super Bowl. Now, had he slid at the 2-yard line, he would have one. And people are going to be screaming at the screen when I say that. But I lived in Arizona.
That's a fact, dude.
Right.
I remember.
I just don't. Yeah, I just don't think that he's the first ballot Hall of Famer. Could be wrong. Frank Gore, body of work. I think he's got a ring somewhere along the lines.
Oh yeah.
Torrey Holt, game changer. The what was it? What they call him on the Rams when they were in L.A. still? I mean St. Louis still. The turf. Oh, remember that? What were they? What they call them? With Kurt Warner, Torrey Holt, their dude. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah,
I do.
So, Luke Kuechly, not a first timer. Eli Manning, he didn't make it the first round. He should come this round. And there was something I saw. I shared it with Jake. There was a sportscaster talking about in the 100 years of football. Okay, in the 100 years of football,
okay,
there's only 5 quarterbacks that have won at least 2 Super Bowls.
How many?
5.
Okay.
That have won at least 2 Super Bowls. At least 2 Super Bowls. I'm not saying that's at all they won, but they've won at least 2 Super Bowls.
I'm with you.
Okay.
You got to have 2 or more.
Right. He talked about the statistics on the road. Eli has the best statistics on the road in the playoffs than any other quarterback that's ever played the game to date. That could change this postseason, right? There's other things, other nuances he threw in there, but just the 2 things that stood out was he's one of only 5 quarterbacks that have at least 2 Super Bowl wins and MVP to boot, right? So to me, and I'm not saying that because I'm a Giants fan, Eli Manning fan. When Eli first started, I thought he sucked. He grew on me because then you started understanding how he played, and the lack of demeanor and the lack of emotion was just used to drive me nuts. And then you realize, oh, that's just Eli. That's how he plays the game. Terrell Suggs, outstanding linebacker. He was a game changer. He's scared defenses, so I could see that. Yeah. I think Adam Vinatieri should get in. So if I'm picking off the list, I think Manning gets in. I think Vinatieri gets in because Vinatieri was a game changer. He made at least 2 or 3 of those Super Bowls for the Patriots count. Jason Witten is a tight end. He's, amazing tight end. I think for sure. Darren Woodson, good safety.
But there's another guy who never won a Super Bowl because he was with the Cowboys.
True. That's true. And then I would say Frank Gore. So I would give Frank Gore, Eli Manning, Terrell Suggs, Adam Vinatieri, and Darren Woodson. That would be my pick of the 5. I don't know how. I mean, you can get 10 and you can get 1 in. Who knows?
I'd agree with that list.
But, I don't think Drew Brees gets in the first year. I don't think Fitz gets in the first year.
No.
And, some of the defensive guys, Luke Kuechly was a great defender, but he didn't change the game. He didn't change the game.
Well, looking at that list, you can't put anybody in before Eli. I'm not a football historical genius, but I don't think any of those other guys won multiple Super Bowls, did they?
No, they didn't. That's what I'm saying. He's the only multiple.
He's number 1 on that list.
Right. He's the only 2-time winning Super Bowl champion and MVP.
Yeah. For those 3 things alone,
mm-hmm.
I think you get in.
Yeah.
Just my opinion.
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree with you.
I'm talking to the people who are screaming at us right now because they're out there.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just pretty I'm more about the person and I've always been this way. I think, I understand team and I understand team mentality. I'm not stupid.
Mm-hmm.
I played on teams, basketball, baseball.
Right.
But like you and I have said, I'm a Bears fan because I grew up in Illinois, but I'm a fan of the game and the way that people play the game. I'm on team people, right? I think the concept of being so rabid of a fan that you lose sleep over it is the R word.
Yeah,
right?
I do too. I do too.
It is
though, because you're just a fan, man. You're not. That's why you never hear me say my team, our team. We need to do this. No, I'm not a fucking player. I'm not a coach. I'm
a fan of the game.
Exactly.
Like college basketball.
That's it.
I'll watch any 2 teams play, and if somebody is a standout on a particular team for that particular game, I'm like, wow, look at that dude. He's awesome. And the guy sitting next to you is like, no, that fucking sucks, man, because he's rooting so hard against that guy. And I'm like, you can't just appreciate that he's playing the game the way it's intended to be played at a level that your team can't keep up with.
Yeah.
No, because you're not that forward of a thinker. I've realized this in life, right?
Yeah.
My brain works differently.
Right. I can't find it. I shared it I shared it with Jake. It came on Facebook. So when we get done, I'll send it to you so you can take a look at it. It was pretty interesting.
Yeah, I'd like to see it for sure.
The breakdown of it. It was pretty interesting. And then what popped up on here too was the Chad Powers thing. Have you seen Chad Powers?
Damn right I have.
Dude,
Chad Powers
I just started watching it like a couple weeks ago.
Mama Kay and Steele have watched Chad Powers. They loved it.
Oh my God. So if you don't know what we're talking about, Eli had him and his brother have a production company. Like they produced the documentary Elway. If you haven't watched that, it's a good documentary to watch.
Awesome.
So the thing called Eli's Place, they made up, oh my God, Baker Mayfield, put makeup on everything. I think they called him Chad Powers.
They did.
If I'm wrong. Okay. And
that's where the name of the show came from.
And he went to the Buccaneers to try out. Yep. And it was hilarious that he went through all the things. He was just this rowdy, I don't know, what do you want to call it? Redneck type, mullet, and
after I saw that character, I
mm-hmm.
realized 1,000,000% that I would love to hang out with Eli Manning.
Oh yeah.
Just that sense of humor right there alone. He's got to be a fucking riot, dude.
Well, the other thing that people don't know about Eli, he had somebody in every stadium that they ever played in that after the game would bring him a 6-pack of beer. He had a beer guy. I respect
him even more.
He had a beer guy. After the game, win or lose, after the game, the guy would show up wherever and bring Eli his 6-pack of beer.
He just seems like he'd be fun to hang out with. Peyton seems a little dry sometimes,
Yeah.
Eli pokes at him hard enough to where you can see that he's got that, okay, that's enough look on his face. Yeah. Where when Peyton does that to him, Eli never really breaks.
No.
He gets stone-faced sometimes.
Yeah.
But he doesn't break like Peyton breaks. I think it's funny when Peyton, you can tell he's like, okay, that's enough, dude.
Well, you can tell type A personality. Peyton Manning's type A, man. And he was the oldest of 3.
Like quadruple A.
Well, maybe he wasn't the oldest. Maybe Cooper was the oldest. But yeah, he was the quarterback. Because Cooper was the wide receiver, and then Peyton was the quarterback.
Those home videos they show where Eli's been poking at him even since he was a little shit are just worth their gold, man.
Yeah, the little Sports Center commercials they used to do.
Yeah,
the Wet Willies,
just cracks
with their dad, with Archie Manning. I'm gonna come back there.
Now, I know you don't watch a lot of college football. Did you watch the nephew at all this year?
Just highlights. And that's Cooper's. It's Cooper's son, I believe, because he made reference to Peyton being his uncle. Okay,
correct. So
now, is he as good as they say he is?
Yes, he started
off like shit,
dude. It was rough.
Yeah. Okay.
To the point where we were already into. I love college football too.
Okay. Yeah, I know.
We were into November, and I was like, man, is this kid gonna make it? And right about that time, middle of November, Thanksgiving time, he just started coming into his own, and you can see it. The genes are there for sure. I don't know if he'll go to the NFL this year. Probably not. He might have one more year. Fuck, I don't know. Google that. See if
Arch Manning.
Yeah, see if he is declaring for the NFL draft. I think he needs one more year. He was really starting to show what he could do at the end of this year.
It was one day ago, Mike. There was news about this. It says Arch Manning gets good news after NFL draft decision. Texas seems to be going all in after Archie Manning's decision. So what did he say?
Acquiring minds.
High expectations through the games, midway through, blah, blah, blah. Manning's drastic improvement throughout the year has led some to believe that he might choose to enter the 2026 NFL draft, where there's a chance he would have been seen as one of the top quarterbacks in the group. However, he instead opted to return to Texas for at least one more season. Which, you know why?
Genius.
Because probably all the Manning hierarchy said, slow down there, young buck.
They saw the same thing I saw all year.
Yeah, you're a Manning. You're royalty, because that's NFL royalty.
He only had about 3 games where he really showed what he could do. Okay. If that puts it into perspective, to say that I think you're 1,000,000% correct.
Yeah.
The dad, both the uncles, grandpa, they were all like, hey, we know where you're at because we were there. And if you play an entire another season, there's going to be a couple extra zeros before the decimal point.
Yep. Well, he's still going to get that first year contract, that rookie contract.
Of course he is.
But it's
there's going to be more zeros if he does it one more year.
Right, but if after the second.
Okay, here's what I want to know.
Shows. Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
Damn it, I just interrupted. That was horrible.
No, you're good. What do you want to know?
I just had a thought though. How much is he making from the NIL money?
Oh, I don't know. Let's see. How much?
Because I bet he's being paid a handsome amount just to even stay in college.
Oh, shit. Texas quarterback Arch Manning reportedly made more than the large majority of college football head coaches last season. Manning is estimated to have made, you ready?
Yep.
$6.8 million through NIL deals.
No, I wasn't
during
ready.
his first season as the Longhorn starter in 2025. $6.8 million.
Holy shit! No, I wasn't ready to hear that number. I didn't. I figured
$6.8 million.
I was thinking somewhere like 2.5.
He already has well, okay, that was something else. He has, and then he has north of 3.5 million, in just NIL deals, whatever that means. But he made 6.8 million.
Commercials, endorsements. Yeah.
Which Manning do you think is the richest?
Oh, this is probably a trick question.
No, I don't know, because that was the question that said. That was the thing that came. It was like people ask how much blah blah blah. It's like Manning family. Yeah, he said which Manning is the richest, and I clicked on it and it went somewhere else. Let's see.
Grandpa.
Oh, stop it. Let's see.
Because he was a savvy investor.
Let's see.
He bought
so
Bitcoin.
Cooper is right. Okay. Here we go. Let's see. Where is it? All right, I got to go to the top of the interview. Mannings are considered one of the most well-known sporting families in the U.S. Obviously, Archie, Cooper, Peyton, and Eli Manning. They're all millionaires, but many wonder which one is the most. Has the most. Former.
Yeah. Now I want to.
So, okay. So this is crazy. The former NFL quarterback has an estimated net worth of $150 million. During his 16, hold on. During his 16 career, he earned as much as $250 million from the New York Giants, being the highest paid earning player in league's history following his retirement in 2020. We've talked about that before. So he's $150 million. Cooper Manning's net worth is around $13 million. Archie's is around $10 million. Peyton is the richest Manning of all with an estimated $250 million. His successful NFL career helped him earn endorsements from various brands such as Sony, ESPN, Spring, DirecTV, MasterCard, Reebok, and Gatorade.
Now, that's one thing I will give him credit for. He is an amazing personality when it comes to selling shit.
He is, yeah.
His commercials they're gold.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, especially how they play on his name. You know,
yeah, for sure.
There's the Mannings in 1981.
That's funny.
That's Eli, now worth $150 million.
Yay.
That's Cooper, worth like 13. You suck. There's Peyton, 250. And there's Archie, that's worth 10.
Loser. You fucking loser. You're only worth 13 million.
Imagine what do you want
I
for
wish
Christmas?
I was the loser of the Manning family.
Right? What do you get somebody? What do you get that family? What do you get them for your birthday? That's why the gift that Eli gave Peyton was classic, because what do you give somebody who's worth $250 million?
So I've recently started watching that AWE channel.
Okay.
Where they're selling people who obviously money doesn't mean anything to them, homes and yachts, and these people are fucking ridiculous, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know if they're like that or not, but Jesus, the things that people think they have to have. Like last night I'm watching, this is way rabbit hole, but last night I'm watching this couple try to buy this yacht, and their major problem with the one of the three was the amount of more staff they would have to hire to power that vessel through the ocean. Right?
And what is this called? What are you watching?
It's the AWE. You have YouTube TV, right?
I do, yeah.
I don't know how you have your channel order because everybody does theirs different, right? But it's
just
the
left it how it was.
AWE channel, I believe.
Okay.
It's way down at the bottom then.
Okay. I never touched the channel lineup. I didn't know you could adjust
so
that.
go all the way to the bottom.
Okay.
And look for I'm pretty sure it's AWE. Just look for these shows called Selling Mansions, Selling Yachts. Okay. It's all for people who obviously money is no problem.
Okay.
And I know in your endeavors, you've met some of these people. You understand the kind of personality I'm talking about, where they don't worry about making the mortgage payment, for lack of a better term, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
They're worried about, we'll have to rip out all this travertine because I just don't like travertine.
Oh.
We're going to have to lay down Brazilian hardwood, which, if you look that up, is like $97,000 a square foot or whatever.
Oh, wow.
I'm exaggerating, but...
I know, but I get you.
These people are ripping up. That was one of the things that the lady said when they were buying the houses last night was, I just don't like travertine. We're going to have to lay down Brazilian hardwood. So I looked up what Brazilian hardwood costs. It's not fucking cheap. Neither is travertine tile, as you well know.
Right. Yeah. We bought a house, the house that we were at years ago that was supposed to be a forever home until life changes. That pool today was probably like a $200,000 pool just with the travertine. Now, when they probably built
just
the pool. Yeah. But when they built the pool, probably back in, I don't know, I want to say 2000, when was the house built? 90s, 2003, I think the house was built. So maybe they put the pool in like 2005, probably $60,000 pool, which back then was ridiculous. Sure. But legit, you come out the back patio door, it's travertine. The whole floor is travertine. The patio is travertine. It leads to the travertine pool.
Outside.
Everything around, the other cool deck was travertine. There was a, I can probably pull it up if the pictures are still there.
The reason I say outside is because there's people listening to this that would be like, I would kill to have travertine inside my house.
Right. And understand, we bought the house with it there.
Sure.
We didn't spend the money to do that. And that's the key, boys and girls. If you want a pool, you buy a house with a pool. You don't buy a house to put a pool in because you will never make the money back. Ever. Oh, what? That's wrong.
That's a fact.
Huh. That is a total fact.
What do you get return on your investment?
Depends on the neighborhood. In my neighborhood, you're probably getting 10 grand and you're going to spend 60, 70 grand.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Not a good ROI.
No. So let me see. It's thinking. So here you go. Oh shit, I got to do this first. This was the backyard. Sure. That was the pool. So that's all travertine. All travertine.
Dude.
And those are water fountains, all travertine.
That's really cool.
That was the front. That was my office. This was after we sold it. That was the great room. Little dated great room. Yeah, little dated great room. Gas, cooking with gas. It was like 2,300 square feet.
You're talking to somebody who I just literally had this conversation today with another friend of mine.
Mm-hmm. That was Jake. That was Jake's room. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, you're fine. You're not interrupting. I'm just.
Yeah, that was Sky's room. The hall.
I would love
bathroom.
to live just like that because my house doesn't even look that nice. So
yeah, laundry room. There's a picture I was looking for. Aerial view.
The one thing that will disappoint people about me is I love all that and I would love to have it, but like if you're, and I'm not saying you because you would never do this. You're just showing me this is where I lived. But there's people like the people we were just talking about on that show. The reason that I make fun of them is what would disappoint them is none of that shit means anything to me and it doesn't impress me on any level. Right. If you ask me if it's nice, yeah. Do I want to have somebody live in my house to help me maintain it? Fuck no. Because I don't like strangers that much, right? I don't want to have to establish a relationship with a fucking cook or a maid.
No.
Maybe
but
cook.
See,
okay.
Right, but see, there's the insanity. Whoever did it put travertine walkway. See
That's
that?
crazy, dude. It's beautiful though.
Yeah. We loved it. It was. I mean,
and to your point, if you want that, go find it as already established.
Yeah, because it goes all the way. The travertine goes all the way around that corner. Goes back. This is travertine deck. It's. I mean, it was crazy. It's absolutely crazy.
And it's done very classy too. It's not overdone.
Nope. Pebble.
That's a nice pool. Is that a saltwater pool?
It was. Yeah. There's even more of the travertine. Just walk out the door. RV gate.
Do you have your grill set up out there and shit?
They had one built in right there. There's a built-in grill.
Oh, I see it now.
Yeah.
Okay, now I see it.
Yeah.
Just like the house you sold me. I had a built-in grill.
Yep.
And a grapefruit tree right in the middle of the deck.
So here's the problem with the last time it sold. They cut all the trees down. Wait for it.
Really?
Wait till we go up. Yeah. Go out back. Go out. Oh, wait, was this when we bought it? No, that wasn't when we bought it. Because, oh, God, purple bathroom. Oh, I painted that bathroom, actually. Nikki wanted a purple bathroom. That's funny. I painted that.
No shit. It's a nice shade of purple.
Yeah. Prince. Ah. That's Jake's room.
I like that room.
They turned into a man cave. I'm trying to go out back. Yeah. So somebody took away, they took away the trees. Like we built this massive garden on the side. Yeah. All the trees are gone. They were sisu trees, which are very evasive, but show the garden, man. Nikki built this. We built this massive garden. There's the grill.
I like that.
There it is. So this was so much better when we were there. Like we built this with pallets. That's where the pool coming is. We had all this stuff along the sides here. Everything was planted that would grow in the shade and thrive and survive. It was like her secret garden.
That's really cool.
And
man.
Yeah, see, tree gone. They left the orange tree, which is a pain in the ass.
I love that pool.
But yeah, this is what's crazy. Look at that, $772,000 they sold that for.
What year did you guys buy it?
And they did that in 2024. We bought it. It's active right now. Holy smokes.
No shit.
805,000. Insane. Let's see what it looks like now inside.
I owe about 39,000 on my house, thankfully.
See how bare it looks? They took everything out, man.
That looks terrible.
It does. There's this tree out front still. But all the trees on the side, there were trees here, all yanked.
Yeah, it looks like a yard that's ready to be landscaped now when you guys already had it done.
Yeah. I want to see what the inside looks like. That's still a front door.
I like that back patio though. That's really nice.
Yeah. Oh, they
like
redid the
that.
kitchen. They redid the kitchen. That's why I was kind of looking to see if they redid the kitchen. They
Nice.
modernized the kitchen, but white's not in anymore.
What's in now, sir?
It's going back to the traditional colors.
Fuck, my kitchen's white. It's gonna stay that till it comes back around.
Exactly. Nikki's gonna like this. I'm gonna send this to her. She'll be like, "What'd they do?" So that was my office. I still use it as an office. I did the garage coating on the floor.
I do like that. That's very nice. That's something I would pay to do.
I must have been Jake's room. Oh, no way. We just redid the bathroom, man. Why did they redo the wall? Or maybe that's not the master. We had just redone the bathroom. Yeah, that's crazy, man. I'll have to send that to Nikki.
One thing I loved
nuts.
about that house we had was being able to go out there and grill. Had a little refrigerator there. That was cool.
Yeah.
Wet bar. I miss that.
Yeah. So I want to say we paid $400 for it, but when we bought it, we had gone through the whole chaos with the market crash the first time, short sales, all that kind of jazz, bankruptcy, everything. So when we bought it, we found it as a rental, but the owners were wanting to sell it. So we're like, well, hey, we didn't want to sell it yet. We're like, hey, we'll rent it for you from a year, but we want first opportunity to buy it. So I think 18 months into that, at least they let us buy it. So it wasn't actually
Just like
listed for sale.
2008.
Probably somewhere around there.
Because you said it was when the market crashed, right?
Well, it was years after the market crashed that
oh, so you're probably talking 9, 10, 11.
It was 6 when it crashed, so that's probably, I'd probably say 10 or 11, somewhere around there. Jake was there for high school.
Okay.
Jake, when we lived in the house when Jake graduated high school, so 7, 8 years ago we lived there still. So, but yeah, that's it for memory lane. So you're gonna send me some. We'll talk before the games this weekend, so I can bet alongside you and see if we both flourish.
Well, just send me a list of what you thought you were going to pick, and I'll tell you if I think that's a smart move.
No, I'm just going to ask you what you're picking, and I'm going to go off that.
Yeah, don't do that. That makes me nervous. I always like people to either, give me your opinion of what, because you never told me the teams you were going to pick anyway. So just tell me what you think you're going to bet. And I could have saved you 2 losses last weekend for sure. I would have told you 100% the 2 games I told you, don't do that.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And if you want Steele, sometimes he's got a feeling, he'll be like, I'm still going to do it. And okay, it's no skin off my nose. I'm just going to, there's certain times that I'm going to tell you, I'm betting heavy on this game. And I do tell him those times, right? Like that Texans game, I put a lot of money on that game. And a lot of other people didn't because they didn't have as much faith.
Right.
Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, when it was 7-6 for the majority of the game, I lost a little sleep last night because I would have been in bed before that. So as soon as I knew the Texans had it in hand, I fell asleep. But I was nervous.
When they went up by 2 touchdowns or something like that, I think you went to bed because there's no point. You knew Aaron Rodgers wasn't. Aaron Rodgers needs to retire. Just retire, man. Just stop tainting your legacy. Stop chasing numbers. Just call it a day.
Yeah,
you had your day in the sun. You look old. You play old. You're not fooling anybody.
No,
that's
a great way to put it. You're not fooling anipody. We all saw your slow ass out there last night.
Yeah, I mean, you love the game. I get it, but just see ya. Bye. Don't. You should have left after the Jets, after the opening night running out on the field tore your ACL. That's when you should have hung it up. I'm 100%. Done. I can't even run outside the tunnel without breaking myself.
I didn't even make it through one series of downs.
Right. Like George Kittle's gone for the playoffs, and that's hard to come back from those things over and over and over again.
Oh, that's a good one. The owner of the 49ers met him down there with a bottle of Don Julio.
Mm-hmm.
And they drank that bottle of Don Julio while the game was going on.
Yeah, that's the owner. That's what you need. That's what the Giants are missing. They're so old school, old money.
I saw him on Instagram, man. That's a true story. That's from his mouth.
Oh, I know. Yeah, no, I heard it too. Yeah.
He was like, that's the first person that was waiting there when I got to the end of the tunnel was the owner of the 49ers. Yeah. Just to make sure I was, in good spirits and okay. And
because they're not there without George Kittle. But they're not there without George Kittle.
Agreed. To your point, I thought that was such a classy move. It's like, hey, man, don't be down on yourself. We know you love to play the game. Sorry you got hurt. That's cool.
It's kind of like people keep dissing Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy deserves to be here.
Damn right he deserves to be there.
He's proven himself time and time and time again. Now, he's not won the big game yet, but look how many years it took Peyton to win the game. I'm not comparing Brock to Peyton, but look how many years it took Peyton to win it. Look how many years it took Drew Brees to win it.
Look how many years it
took Eli to win it.
He's playing.
Right. He's there. He's on the level of every elite quarterback. Look how many years it took Tom Brady to get there. Like, everybody forgets the years it takes to get there.
Yeah.
You forget that. Dan Marino never won a thing, and he's considered one of the greatest quarterbacks ever.
That's one of the best statements you've made about football this entire podcast right there. I forgot about that. Dan Marino never won a Super Bowl. And he is considered one of the greatest
of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play the game.
And he was.
Tony Romo, one of the greatest. I don't know if he's the greatest quarterback, but he's still in that upper, top 10.
He's one of those statistical nightmares.
Right. But, he still never made it. He never got there.
Jerry Jones.
Aaron Rodgers won 1, or did he win 2? I think he won 1.
I'm pretty sure he won 2.
Okay.
Are you Googling it?
Yeah. 1, 2011. I thought so. Just one.
Good job, man.
He never got back. He never got back again. You just don't. Brett Favre won 1. 2 of the all-time greatest quarterbacks to ever play the game.
Both going to the Hall of Fame for sure. Well, Favre's already there, right?
Right, with 1 win. And then they had I think the biggest knock on Eli is he doesn't have seasonal MVPs, but Eli didn't care about stats. Eli wanted to win. He played to win the game. He said it. I play to win the game. I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions.
If you were one of 5 quarterbacks to win more than 2 Super Bowls, you deserve to be in. You're one of 5 people out of thousands of people who have played the game, not necessarily at the quarterback position, but still. Over all the years of the NFL, only 5 quarterbacks have ever won more than 2 Super Bowls. You deserve to be there.
Yeah, and I'm Googling that just to make sure, because I swear that's what it is, and I'll find the thing. I'm sorry. So 13 have won the multiple Super Bowls, led by Tom Brady, who has still
13 people in the history of the NFL. 100 years of football.
100 years.
That's a lot of fucking quarterbacks who have played the game, and you are one of your 13 people. Yeah, you deserve to go to the Hall of Fame.
Yep. Jim Plunkett and Eli Manning are only 2 of the 11 who are not in the Hall of Fame. That have won.
Jim Plunkett's not in the Hall of Fame.
This is what this says.
That's a travesty.
February 7th, 2025. 13 starting quarterbacks have won 2 or more Super Bowls. 11 are eligible for the Hall of Fame. Jim Plunkett and Manning are the only 2 of the 11 that are not in the Hall. February 7th, 2025.
That's a travesty.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, 13 out of 100 years of playing the game. I don't think they had a championship game until the 75th year, but still, the way they had Super Bowl for 75 years, right?
They still had quarterbacks racking up statistics. Yeah.
Right. They still had, and they had championship games, like, so there you go. All right. We're going to stick a fork in this one.
All right, brother.
Behave yourself. Go have a taco or a burrito. It is Tuesday.
It is Taco Tuesday.
It is Taco Tuesday.
If you're feeling
depressed, suicidal, don't do it. Go scream in a pillow, go outside, run, go journal, go work out, go find somebody to talk to you. If you can't find somebody to talk to you, then text 988. Somebody's standing by to help talk you off that cliff, that ledge. You are a better person in this world because somebody loves you and they will miss you. Don't leave them with a hole in their heart because you decided to be selfish and step away from this world. We want you here tomorrow. For Mike, I'm Chris. This is Chris Mike Show. Until next time, see you.
Peace.
Love you, brother.
Love you too, man.
You have to shut it off.
The battle, but you must win.